Time now for another men's quarterfinal game, men's A. This one between the Toronto Titans and the Saskatchewan Buffalo. Hi everybody, welcome back inside the Hockey for All Center here in Winnipeg. My name is George Scott. Happy to be with you here for these championships on Home Team Live. Toronto to the left in the dark jerseys, the Buffalo in the white and green. And we're underway in this one. Davidson made the pass across up at the blue line. Comes to Conte, he's forced back. Del Zotto. Take it behind his goal. It was touch, so no flooring. Pasternak going back in there with Conte. Conte comes up with the ball. Fed it in front. There's the first chance. A shot wide by Mentis. That's kept in by Davidson. Conte with a shot. That hit somebody in front. Now the Buffalo try and move it out. Picked off by Conte. Davidson backing up in his own end. Leave it there for Sofa. Sofa gets the return pass. Up to Kamara. That stopped at center will come the other way. Griffin. To Christian Magnus. The ball goes into the corner. Knights. Knights fighting along the boards. Shot back in by Griffin. Right on goal. It squirts past the goalpost. They score! It was trickling by the goalpost. Nobody saw it except the one Saskatchewan player who taps it home. Here's the shot coming in from the point. Not a difficult looking shot, but it changes direction. The goalie doesn't have it. I think that's Christian Magnus. See that ball rolling by the post. It almost got to the outside, but Magnus got a stick on it. 1-0 in favor of the Saskatchewan Buffalo. These two teams did meet in the preliminary round earlier this week. Saskatchewan winning that one 7-4. A high-scoring game. They're ahead 1-0 early in this one. Bounces up in the air. Grimm plays it behind the goal. Minor back behind his goal again now. He'll bring it out. To Policio. Backhanded in by Sims Plania. It'll be kept in. A long shot by Young. Misses the mark. Kept in on the other side by Minor. Matcham. He's knocked down. Play continues on. The ball comes out. Davidson. They'll move it ahead. Mentis in over the blue line. Mentis. Shot with the outside of the net. Mentis catches a high stick, and that's going to be a penalty against the Buffalo. Steve Caswell. I was going to say holding. Maybe a break for Saskatchewan. That's only a holding call. It's 2 minutes as opposed to the high stick, which was 4. We've gone to the bench. Steve Caswell. Power play for Toronto. Into the goaltender. He'll cover it. Kept in by Toronto back at the point. Davidson gets the return pass. That shot wide. Taskis will pick it up along the boards. Taskis back to Davidson. Mentis. Davidson shot off the end boards. Hines. Marcus Hines looking for it. Nice play by the goaltender to get a stick on it. Cleared to the boards and down the floor. Taskis. Hines leaves it back there for Sofa. Taskis fed it right in front. It was deflected by Hines. Not sure if the goaltender got a piece of it or if it just went wide, but good setup. Taskis. That'll go to the boards. Grimm down the floor. Quickly ahead. Mentis will chip and chase. Pierce gets there first for Saskatchewan. Sims Plania. Back to Duarte. Palicio. Palicio leaves it for Sofa. 20 seconds to go in the power play. Duarte. Up top, Palicio can't shoot it. That went off a leg and it will come out. And that will do it for the power play. Hustling in there, Griffin. The penalty is now over against Saskatchewan. They've killed it off. Palicio leaves it for Mentis. Palicio goes to the bench. Mentis circling the goal. Sets up back there. Up to Paul Duarte. Shot in by Young. Ryan Young going into forecheck. Into the boards with Monahan. It came right out in front. Anderson is away. Josh Anderson up the middle. Offside. The whistle goes. Opportunity there. Bring the face-off down just outside the Saskatchewan blue line. Davidson up at center. And that's offside now at the Saskatchewan blue line. Matcham backing up in his own end. Christian Magnus. Holden Knights trying to get around the outside. Palicio with a backhand that was stopped. Matcham up into the middle. Christian Magnus. Holden Knights gets the return pass. Magnus shot over the top of the goal. Sims Plania gives it up to Davidson. Mentis. Pass across, they score. Mentis to Taskis, and we're tied. goal for Saskatchewan. Mentis holding it, draws the defender to him, slips it across, and no chance for the goaltender. One tie with just over 8.5 to go in the first period. Dumped in. Conte ran over the Saskatchewan player at the blue line. He's telling him to get up. Conte's a big man. Griffin does get up. Ball's brought in by Caleb Griffin. 23, the player who got knocked down is David Griffin. Mentis. He just is perpetual motion when he's out there. We'll go to the bench. Saskatchewan, chance to bring it out. Griffin shoots it in, doesn't get in deep. He's going to go to the bench and get the change in. Sims Plania ahead. Araujo tried to drop pass, it goes to the boards. Too many players on the floor. Bad change over at the boards for the Titans. There's that hit, Conte hitting Griffin. Let's see, Conte's here. Go ahead and get up. Goaltenders, Brandon Schatz. I believe that's Marcel Arruda in goal again. Two number 31s on this team, but notice last night Flores played and he had his name on the back of the jersey, no name on the back of this one, so by deduction, I'm up with Marcel Arruda. If I'm wrong, somebody's going to let me know. Power play, Saskatchewan. That's broken up. And shot down the floor. And that stick handle out over the blue line by Anderson. Frambois moved it ahead. They get it in over the blue line. That's onside. And for Christian Magnus. Up top, they don't shoot it. Knights with a shot. The rebound is loose there. He had a couple of whacks at it. Does Anderson, but it's kept out by Arruda. Still a power play for Saskatchewan for another 20 seconds. Monahan working in along the goal line. Picked off by Toronto and sent out. That will pretty much do it for the power play. Just 7 seconds left. Monahan has it. That shot. They had time for one more. Pasternak got a shot away, and that was stopped by Arruda. Will come the other way. Taskus. Sanger. Up and out of play. Sanger will get it out down the floor, knocked down back there by Omaregi. Matching to the boards. Shot in by Grimm. Going into forecheck. Jack Burkett. Grimm had it on his stick. Turning is Sanger. Shot did not get through to the goal. Couple players hit the deck and play continues. In well wide of the goal. Under 4 to play here in the first period. Shot right on goal. Schatz has that between the pads. Bounces in to Schatz. He's got it. Fonbois across the floor, goes up and out of play. Taskus, shot stopped by Schatz, directs it into the corner. Quick pass ahead, Lafonbois just knocked off his stick. Lafonbois along the boards, drops it back, shot kicked away. Toronto on it, down to 2.5 to go. Davidson. Back at the point, cleared out towards center and outside. Mentis forced back to Davidson. That's in over the blue line and then out over the red line again. Belzotto. That pass for Conte, he couldn't get a stick on. It'll be a flooring call against Toronto, 1:55 to go. First period, we've got a 1-1 tie. Backhanded into the corner. Grimm was looking for it. Omaragi got into it first for Toronto. Now it's Grimm. Got it in front. Cleared away back at the point. Kept in. David Griffin. A shot goes up off the glass and then out of play. So we've had one quarterfinal. Valley Stars defeated we had a timeout being called. Get back to that thought in just a minute. 1:31 left to go. Griffin, off on wall. To the goaltender who will hold it. Came in front of the goal and then just trickled wide. Player hit behind the net. Play continues. Saskatchewan fans not happy. Pasternak with a shot over the top of the goal. It sits on the mesh long enough to get a whistle. Bounces in front of the Toronto goal, and that's held. Buffalo coming close. 21 seconds to go in the period. up in the air, knocked down. One more chance for Saskatchewan. The ball goes wide. 3 seconds to go. Will come out down the floor, out at center. First period comes to an end. We've got a 1-1 tie between the Toronto Titans and the Saskatchewan Buffalo. Take a 2-minute break. We'll be back with the second period. This men's A quarterfinal. We're at the 2024 Canadian Ball Hockey Association National Championships here in Winnipeg, Manitoba. Back in just a couple of minutes. Got a 1-1 tie after the opening period between the Toronto Titans and the Saskatchewan Buffalo. Just underway now in period number 2, 15-minute periods. Felicio, some speed down the left side, taking it deep into the corner. Shot kicked away by Schatz. Sims Bonilla, actually that's Taskus. Right in front, unable to get stick free. That was Sims Bonilla, and down the floor. Christian Magnus drops it back. Engel tried to give it back, and that was broken up by Dayton Sofa. He will take it back behind his goal. Omaregi busting down the left side. Comes into the crease. Shots couldn't cover it. Anderson gets it ahead. Only as far as the Toronto blue line. And Sofa again will take it back behind his goal. To Mentis. Mentis spinning off the boards. Mentis getting in front. Stopped by Schatz. Ball goes in behind the goal and to the boards. Bring it out. Anderson in over the blue line. Anderson stops up, feeds it down below the goal line. Laframboise in front and a big save. Off the blocker and the ball goes out of play. Face-off win for Toronto. Troy Minor leaves it in the corner. Davidson quickly moves it ahead to Salas. That's rejected at the blue line. Singer comes back the other way. Singer tried to drop it back. It's picked off, and now Toronto will bring it out. Rougeau shoots it into the corner, cleared away by Schatz. That gets past Minor at the blue line. He's got to go all the way back into his own end to get it. Troy Minor around the boards. Ryan Young back to Minor. Delayed offside against Toronto. Saskatchewan will take their time, match them. That pass in behind Duperreault, and it'll come back down into the Saskatchewan end. Face-off win for Saskatchewan. Kept in. Held in by Sims Padilla. Into the high slot. Davidson with a shot. That just missed. We'll get by everybody and get out over the red line. Felicio can't get in over the blue line. Saskatchewan come back. Humphreys to the goal. Griffin, he lost it. Sims Bonilla had it taken away. Humphreys to Griffin, back at the point, long shot, save. Griffin back at the point, fired that one in. Mentis feeds it in front, shot, stopped by Schatz. He's got it and holds on. Shots. Random shots and goal for Saskatchewan. Magnus gets it down the floor. Sofa back to get it. Hayden Sofa chased into the corner. He goes into the boards. Engel is right there for Saskatchewan. Ball comes loose. Buffalo have it right on goal. Kicked away. Pasternak. Engel. That one off of Mentis. Anders just keeps going. Saskatchewan player lost their stick. Mantis to Sofa. Things slow down just a little bit here now. Toronto gets a little movement going. Marcus Hines all standing still for a minute, except the two forwards up at center with crisscrossing. Play continues. Mantis drops it off for Conte. Conte into the corner with Monaghan. Conte circling, protecting the ball. Finally taken away. Monaghan. Shot down the floor. Goaltender comes out and touches it. And there's going to be a penalty holding quickly against Toronto. Two minutes holding. Marcus Hines. Power play, Saskatchewan. Shot, save, ball goes straight up in the air and batted out. That'll get out. Anderson. Knights. Centering pass, intercepted, sent down the floor by Toronto. Minute 20 to go in the power play. That's flipped down into the corner. Davidson in there first for Toronto. They close on him in a hurry. Christian Magnus trying to root it out. He's got it. Magnus to the side of the goal, stopped by the goaltender, and down the floor it goes again. Very good penalty kill so far for Toronto. 45 seconds left to go in the man advantage. Get it in. Fambois lost it as he got in front of the goal, never did get a shot on net, and then it is cleared. Engel. Stopped at the blue line, offside before Toronto could clear it down the floor. .23 seconds left in the power play. Now we'll go down the floor right from the face-off. Just 15 seconds left to go in the penalty. Pasternak shoot it in. Really hustling in there hard to get to it was Duperreault. Offside. They tried to spring Mantis. On the long pass, the faceoff will come back down into the Toronto end. The other men's quarterfinal played this morning, by the way, over at the Notre Dame Arena. Edmonton BHC defeated Newfoundland and Labrador Black Horse by a score of 6-2. So for the team from Newfoundland and Labrador. Their championship is done. Edmonton advanced to the semifinals. Brampton's in the semifinals. Valley Stars from BC are in the semifinals. Edmonton's in there. One of these two teams will join those three to make up the four teams in the semifinals later today. We will have one of those two semifinals here in our final game. Penalty is being assessed. Hooking going to go against Toronto. Dayton Sofa, I think, was going to get the hook on the hooking call. Good penalty kill for Toronto in the last one. This one's going to start out pretty good. Mentis, if he can get the ball across. Hines is alone in front. Mentis holds on to it. Mentis, short-handed, trying to go short side. So shifty, so tough to deal with. And he's got the ball. That pass nowhere near anybody, and that'll be a flooring call against Saskatchewan. Davison with his shot ripped it wide. Got a lot on that. Engel. Back to Pasternak. A minute 20 to go in the power play. They haven't had it in over the blue line yet. They won't on this try either. Well, Delzato being forced back. But he will clear it down to the Saskatchewan blue line. Pasternak. That's in. Got a minute to go to work now. Engel back to Pasternak. Duperreault on the right and back up top. Monahan. Duperreault fanned on it. He's got it. Pasternak. Monahan shot off the end boards. Rebound taken by Toronto and sent down the floor. One and done for Saskatchewan that time. Just 25 seconds to go in the man advantage. Magnus. Magnus circling the goal out in front. Shot over the top. Magnus set up Griffin. The first shot was stopped, went up the air, and then knocked out of play by Saskatchewan. So the ball went outside. Discussing it, but no, it will come outside the blue line, face off. And again, right from the face off, it's cleared down by Toronto. They get it in over the blue line to Saskatchewan. Back up top. And shoot it. Off the stick. Out of plays. Mentis got a stick in the way of that one. Another face-off win for Toronto. Penalty is over. 5-on-5 now. Camara. Mentis pushed off the ball. That's down the floor. So no flooring, so the goaltender comes out to play it. Saskatchewan keep it in. Taken away by Mentis. Mentis pushed to the boards, and that's going to be a penalty. Called roughing. .4:13 to go in period 2. Still 1 goal each. That's all we've got in this one. Now a penalty to Saskatchewan puts Toronto on the power play after a couple of really good penalty kills. Timeout. See the Saskatchewan players huddling up. They don't go to the bench. Talking about responsibilities on the penalty kill. Face-off down in the Saskatchewan end of the floor. Toronto 5-on-4 power play with 4:13 to go in the second. Task is to take the face-off for Toronto. Goes to the boards. Mentis has it. Now Toronto will set up. Davidson. I'm laughing because 81 is not Brock Harrison. Brock Harrison is not in this game. He's overstanding at the bench. So I had 81 to check the rosters. Shot. I went and said Brock Harrison. I said, that's not it. I said, oh, he's got in the penalty box. I'll find out who 81 is. And they call him Brock Harrison as well. Maybe Lance Lamontagne. I've not seen him in the game. On the other hand, I'm not sure how the official score sheet is over the penalty box. He went to be listed as Brock Harrison. Brock Harrison is standing there at the bench. The city's just opening and closing the gate. Cleared out by Saskatchewan. Omaregi winds up. Shot it. That was blocked. That hit Caswell. Omaregi lost his stick. Caswell was complaining he was interfered with. Policio to Duarte. Back to Policio. Policio centers it. Sofa stepping in. Got another penalty coming up. High sticking is going to go against Steve Caswell will join, who I think is Lance Lamontagne in the penalty box. 5-on-3 for Toronto. 22 seconds left to go in the initial penalty. Great opportunity here for the Titans late in period number 2. Send Taskus in to take the face-off. He wins it cleanly. Mentis walks it in. Over to Davidson. That was blocked. Monahan with the block. Mentis. Move it in low. Everybody up on the 5-on-3. Nobody back towards the blue line. Mentis. Shot. Stop. Ball is still loose. They get a chance. They score. Wild scramble to the right of Logan Schatz. Sorry, Brandon Schatz. Logan, of course, his brother, who the award is named after. See, Brandon comes out to play. The ball got by him. The first one. Keep it going. The first one didn't get in. The second one did. (2-1). Toronto has taken the lead, and they are still on the power play. Still 3:36 left to go. They'll go down as a 5-on-4 power play. The initial penalty had just expired 2 seconds previously. So again, Toronto still on the power play. Here they come. Kamara going in. Kamara comes up with it, wins that cleanly. To Duarte, back at the point. Davidson's shot was blocked. Kept in. Duarte can't get to it. Kept in back at the center red line by Davidson. Now he'll get it back, a chance to settle it. That was stopped by Laframboise. Laframboise keeps going, short-handed. He had his stick lifted by Davidson, who got back just in time. Now they move it ahead. 2-on-1 Toronto. Taskus. Taskus tried to pass, intercepted. Griffin. Go on the attack, short-handed, off a stick, up and out of play. A shot from Ryland Pierce went off the defender. That's offside. Sims Plania was in ahead of the play. 1:05 left to go in the second. Off just outside the Saskatchewan blue line. Taskus wins it cleanly to Sofa, and then getting a stick in the way of that was Magnus, sending Toronto back in their own end. And because the first Saskatchewan penalty had in fact expired before that last goal. We've been on 5-on-5 since then. There's a collision, and Mantis with some dramatics afterwards as he doesn't like that call. Roughing call. Timeout, Saskatchewan. 28.6 seconds to go in the second period. They are on the power play. Kept in at the point by 81, who is not Brock Harrison, even though that's what the score sheet says. So I think we'll just call him not Brock Harrison. Saskatchewan scores with Josh Laframboise doing what Josh Laframboise does. Sets up the top of that left faceoff circle and scores goals on the power play. That is his thing. And moving around, finally get it to him, and what a shot that is, short side. We're tied again, 14.8 seconds left. That's going to go up into the mesh. Well, whatever they drew up during the timeout certainly paid off. Mantis poke check, 2 seconds left. We're run out of time. Second period doesn't solve much. Still tied at 2. 1 period to go to determine who's going to get into the semifinals, possibly overtime. Already in Brampton, Edmonton, the Valley Stars from BC. Only these 2 teams will join them. 2-minute break, and we'll be back with period 3 of this men's A quarterfinal game between the Saskatchewan Buffalo and the Toronto Titans. And we invite you to come back, stick around for the third period here in Winnipeg. And after 2 periods, we're tied in this men's quarterfinal game. We'll see if we can resolve this in the final 15 minutes or whether or not we will have overtime in this game. We've got 15 minutes to find out. That'll go into the Saskatchewan players bench. Face-off win for Toronto. 5-on-5 to start. Mentis' shot goes over the top of the goal. In Mentis. Monahan takes it behind his goal. Stops up back there. Gives it to Pasternak. Lamontagne. So Laframboise gets it out. Tried to give it back to Laframboise. Toronto bring it in. Cross floor. Conte. Conte working against Pasternak. Conte down into the corner. Hines. And back to Conte. Pasternak did a good job to move the ball out for Saskatchewan. Shot in right on goal. Ball bounces right out in front. Big rebound. Diving for it was Sanger. Toronto will get to a loose ball and get it out down the floor, but it's going to be beyond everybody's reach, and that'll be a flooring call. Just a minute 31 gone here in the third period. Goalies giving up 2 each. Shot by Magnus, that hit the crossbar. And cleared by Toronto. Christian Magnus, right off the face-off, beat the goaltender, couldn't beat the crossbar. That shot well wide. Duarte. Down the floor, knocked down. Brought back in by Toronto. Doesn't get in very far. There's a Rougeau with the shot. Comes to the middle of the floor and out. Just beyond the reach of Matcham. Got a little piece of it apparently. No flooring. Push to the boards. 3 players go in there. Matcham trying to get free. Ball comes free. Toronto has it out towards center. Knocked down. That shot wide by Caswell. Saskatchewan stay on it. Up top, Magnus. Shot deflected over the top of the goal. It sits back there. Young couldn't get it out. Kept in by Magnus. Right out in front of the goal. Toronto able to clear. Felicio. Plania couldn't get very far. Holden Knights. He's poke checked. Taskus. Sims Plania, backhand to the side of the goal, kept out by Schatz. Taskus was set up along that left post. That will come the other way. Things open up a little bit. Anderson tried to get it in front. Back come Toronto. Taskus to Davidson, back to Taskus, pass just a little bit in behind him. Shot by not Brock Harrison. Behind the goal. Tip in front. They score. Number 81. We'll see who they announce on the goal. But for now, it's not Brock Harrison with the goal. There's the save by Schatz. And we come the other way. There's the rebound. Conte, long shot in. Schatz makes the save. Shot by Burkett was stopped. Okay, they're still saying it's Brock Harrison. I'm saying it's not Brock Harrison. Anderson. Laframboise. Can't get around the defender. Following up on it is not Brock Harrison. To Laframboise. And it's cleared down the floor. Check to see if there's some Saskatchewan fans to my right. See if anybody knows who anyone really is. Hang on. All right, we can stop calling him not Brock Harrison. It's J.P. McCann. For Saskatchewan, number 81. Mystery solved thanks to some Saskatchewan fans standing just to my right. Whistle went, net was moved, that goal will not count. Christian Magnus put it in after the whistle. J.P. Mocan. Pasternak, that shot didn't get through. Felicio, Davidson. Davidson along the boards. Stopped by Monahan. Corner Monahan. Out at center. Trying to get away was Del Zotto. He lost it. Brought in by Burkett. Anderson's shot was stopped and goes to the corner. Sends Plania to Mentis. Mentis can't get in over the blue line. Now he does. Somehow comes away with it. The pass intercepted by Laframboise. Knocked down by Mentis. Mentis brings it back in. Conte in the corner. Going in there with Mocan. Mocan with a shot that goes, Conte with the shot. Went off Mocan, up and out of play. That's dumped in. Toronto on it. Backhanded out by Omaragi. Conte can't get away. Magnus dumps in. Goaltender out to play it. Over to Young. Come back in this corner. Omaragi flips it out. It's batted down the floor. That's going to get all the way down the floor. That'll be a flooring call. Still lots of time left to go. 6:38 left in this one. Drifted way over the top of the net by Grimm. It's back to Duarte. Couldn't get it out. Shot in again by Saskatchewan. Still over 6 minutes to go. Now Duarte with a chance to move it. Comes to this side. Camara, he's cut off, but just keeps on going. Pasternak with the long reach. Got the stick in there and poked it behind the net. Kept in by Minor. Young. Pasternak on him, pushes him away from the front of the net. Young backhands it down in the corner. Minor's got it. Right in front, it bounces around, and Camara couldn't get the shot away. A good defensive play by Monahan as he knocked the ball off his stick. Del Zotto's shot. Ooh, changed direction, went just wide. Back at the point, kept in. Del Zotto. Now Del Zotto is forced out. We'll bring it back in. That's offside. Camara trying to get out. Was about 8 feet in over the blue line when the ball was brought in. On the other end, Brandon Schatz had a little equipment issue to deal with. The reason for that delay. Montang backhanded down as far as the Toronto blue line. Pushed in by Anderson. Taskus turning in the corner. Anderson staying with him, pushes him through the boards. Davidson leaves it back behind his goal. Delicio. Sims Plania. Davidson. Shot comes off the inboards. Rebound is there. Schatz has it. Holds on. Mente's shot did not get through. Conte, his shot was stopped. Magnus gets it ahead. Knights in over the blue line. Stop and go against Davison. Ball in the corner. Magnus slipped, but not before he played it behind the goal. Comes out in front, taken by Sofa. Head to Hines. Stop just inside the blue line. Shot down the floor by Saskatchewan, and Mentis will pick it up inside his blue line. He was poke checked from behind. Delzato swings it over. Up the blue line. Mentis. Long shot. Pad save. Saskatchewan will get it out. Grimm. He gets his shot away, and that's kicked out. Still time, 3.5 to go. Stopped at the blue line again, will come the other way. O'Can, his shot ends up in behind the goal. Taskus leaves it back there for Sofa. Young. In over the blue line. Taskus. Backhand through the crease. Schatz keeps it out. Net is moved. Brandon Schatz coming up big in this third period for Saskatchewan. Get it down inside the blue line, but that's as far as it gets. Now time's starting to become a little bit of a factor. 2.5 to go. Taskus got it in over the blue line, all the way to the other side for Mentis. Mentis, he can make things happen. Into the slot shot, that was blocked and brought out. O'Can shoots, was looking short side, comes to the other side. Anderson put it wide. 2 minutes to go. O'Can, he lost it. Here comes Mentis. Mentis poke checked. There's a hit along the boards. It's going to be a penalty to Saskatchewan. It's going to be O'Can. Now he's got to get back. He's there arguing with the referee. Play's continuing. That's offside though. That's going to set up quite a finish, folks. Power play Toronto with 1:43 to go in regulation. Menta's still not up. He gets up. Lost an earring. Uh-oh. Timeout, Toronto Titans. This is our last of the three quarterfinals being played here this morning, or today. We're now into the afternoon. We've got 5 semifinal games to play. First one up, men's Masters. Brunswick Mooseheads to take on the Toronto Titans Masters team, and that'll be followed by the Manitoba Herd taking on the Saskatchewan Mammoth. And then we'll finish up the 3A semifinals. Lots more ball hockey to be played here at the Hockey for All Center in Winnipeg today. Face-off win for Toronto. Davidson, Taskus, Sims-Plania, Taskus, back to Taskus. Sims-Plania, sharp angle, kicked away by Schatz. May have been going wide. Knocked down and kept in by Taskus. Can't shoot it, can't shoot it. Davidson can't shoot it. Camara. Shoot it, it's blocked, and Saskatchewan have it, and they'll get it out. Monahan will hold it. 1 minute to go in regulation time. Toronto, they get it in. The goalie will come out. He's halfway to the bench. They get it in. They control it. And the goaltender's gone to the bench. 6 attackers out there now, plus the power play. So 6 on 4. Taskus in front, scores! Toronto has tied it up with 32.4 seconds left. Davidson at the side of the goal. Took that pass and tipped it past Schatz. Not a whole lot he could do with that. See Davidson there on the right. Shot comes in, just redirects it over the blocker of the Saskatchewan goaltender. The penalty against Saskatchewan proves costly. .30 seconds left to go. That's what stands between us and overtime, but here comes Lamontagne breaking through, comes back at the point. That shot blocked. To the boards, Caswell. This side, Magnus with a shot. That went wide. 15 seconds to go. One last chance for Toronto, maybe? 10 seconds. Mentis. He can catch it, he can't. Comes back to the point. Something in a hurry came out, that's going to do it. We will go to overtime. So a late power play goal by Toronto has sent us into overtime. Be 10 minutes, 4-on-4. Nobody scores, we'll go to a shootout. The gold medal games, they go 4-on-4. If nobody scores, they then go 3-on-3. If nobody scores, then they go to the shootout. All right, here we go, overtime. Toronto coming in right away. Sims Plania backhand. Stopped by Schatz. Comes to the side of the goal. Whistle goes. The net is displaced, plus a Saskatchewan player is down. Justin Monahan. Claiming he was hit with a high stick. Face-off win, Toronto. Davidson. Shot comes off the end boards, and Schatz has it under the glove. Mocan, that shot missed. Rebound is there. Unable to get a stick on it in time was Griffin. Anderson, Mocan. Can't pull the trigger. Now he'll turn. In for Anderson. That just failed to connect. Del Zotto on it. Del Zotto. That went off Ryan Pierce. Mocan. Christian Magnus. Magnus cutting inside. Magnus with a chance. Griffin can't shoot it. Mentis going the other way. Mentis down the right side. Mentis shoots. That was blocked by a sprawling Lamontagne. Mentis going to the boards. Tough to handle. He just keeps moving. So good with the stick. Now it's Sofa back at the point. Pulicio, and it just rolls in to Schatz. Played a minute 32 into the overtime. Chances both ends. Rougeau got it in front. Hines shot ends up back out at center. Kept in by Minor. And the Hines watched by Pasternak. Hines back at the point for Young. Long shot that changed direction in front. Went just wide. Rougeau in looking for it. Toronto come up with it. Hines back at the point. Young. The players all tied up in front of the goal, and Saskatchewan come away. Magnus over the other side. Thrown in front, it's high over the top of the goal. It comes to the near boards. Matcham steps in and holds it in. They go across. That shot off a leg goes in behind the goal. Magnus trying to dig it out. Miner comes up with it for Toronto. Both teams get in a change. It's lifted down at the blue line. Bonilla did a great job to stay on side as he tiptoed across the blue line, fed it in front. Del Zotto back at the point. Taskis kept it in. Sims Planilla. We'll reverse it. Knights. Holden Knights getting away. Watch by Sofa. Knights to the near boards. Pasternak with his shot. Pasternak trying to follow up on his rebound. And Toronto settle it down. Sofa. Mentis. Mentis flips it off the boards, keeps going. Mentis. In front! It sits on top of the goal. That was tipped, landed right on the top of the goal. Pulicio coming down the left side. That play in front of the Toronto net just a moment ago. Let me come this way. This is Mentis. See Pulicio coming down on your right. Got a stick on the ball, goes up. Set on top of the mesh for just a second. The net was knocked loose. 6:06 to go in the overtime. In behind the goal. Pierce to Griffin. Griffin. Anderson. It's onside. Anderson with his shot goes wide. Young has it for Toronto. Plays it back behind the goal for Maregi. To Mentis. Mentis waiting for his team to complete their change. Give it to Del Zotto, who just came off the bench. Del Zotto back behind the goal. Pass up for Young. That's stopped. Young still battling for it. And a great job by Pierce. It's Mocan, the other side. Anderson trying to give it back to Mocan. He's got it in the corner. JP Mocan. Young goes down. Anderson reaching for it. And shot hit the outside of the net. It's Pierce back there looking for it. Anderson. Anderson out to Pierce. Couldn't get a stick on it. And again, Memphis will just slow things down as his team is changing. Sofa. Davidson, who tied it up late. Davidson poke checked at the blue line. Monahan dumps it in. Mocan chasing after it. Both players go down. Mocan still working hard in the corner. Ball is under the Toronto player, and the whistle goes. 4:15 left in sudden death, sudden victory. Face off in the Toronto end. Back at the point. Monahan can't shoot it. Laframboise off the boards to himself. Back at the point. Back to Laframboise. Can't shoot it. From back up top. Laframboise with a shot. That ricocheted off somebody in front. Goes all the way to the boards. Davidson has it. Davidson. Taskis. Taskis winds up. Shoots it. That's wide. Coming off the bench was Omaragi. Will be kept in. Shot back in by Sims Plania. Taskis in on it first for Toronto. Taskis. Bring it back to Minor. Minor in front. That goes in behind the goal. Omaragi. Monahan. Omaragi in behind the goal. Trying to get it in front. The net was moved. .323 to go. Timeout. Timeout, Saskatchewan. Our next game was scheduled for just a couple of minutes ago, so the overtime has put us behind just a little bit. I'm surprised that we see more of this before we're finished. But our next game, once this one is over, Men's Masters, the 34 plus semifinal, the Brunswick Mooseheads, who won this championship last year, the Masters, will take on the Toronto Titans. Toronto Titans are 18 in the Masters team, both called the Titans. In behind the goal. Saskatchewan will bring it out. Pasternak. Up to Anderson. He's poke checked at the blue line. Mentis with it. Back it up in his own end. It's flipped in. It's touched up before it crossed the goal line. Saskatchewan with a chance to move it out. Anderson is poke checked. Throws it the other side. Christian Magnus against Davidson. Magnus trying to get in front. Davidson took it away. Delzato. For Taskis, he didn't touch it. That's going to be a flooring call against Toronto. Face-off in the Toronto end. Laframboise will take it for Saskatchewan. It'll be Taskis for Toronto. Laframboise would love to draw it back to Knights, who's in the trigger position back there. Instead, Taskis wins it, and he'll go into the corner and get it himself. Leave it there for Sofa. Shot over the top of the net. The rebound is there. How did that stay out? Another chance. That stayed out. Unbelievable. It looked like Toronto had this game won. Brandon Schatz somehow keeps it out. There's the chance, and Schatz comes sliding across, got a piece of it, and then it hit the far post, came out, and then he stopped the next one. That went right along the goal line. One more look. Comes off the end boards. This is the one. And Schatz just somehow it stayed out. And then here's another chance. And Schatz reaches up, keeps that out. Not sure if that one would have counted or not, because the net had come off. That would have been controversial. Instead, we continue. Taskus in now to take the faceoff. And for Toronto. Faceoff was won by Anderson. And this time, it's going to be a flooring call against the Buffalo. .147 to go in the overtime. Referee wants the Toronto player to move back a little bit. And we're underway. Pasternak behind his goal. Watched by Young. Pasternak will bring it out. Up off the boards. It's brought in. Anderson. And the net has been moved just a little bit. Foot or so, that's all. Here we go again. Anderson against Mentis. Mentis wins it. Del Zotto back behind his goal. Under a minute and a half left. Del Zotto taking his time. Hines off the foot of Pasternak down into the corner. Pasternak sweeps it around the other side to Magnus. Magnus. Hines trying to track him down. Magnus cutting into the middle. In over the blue line. Magnus can't drag it past Del Zotto. And Mentis comes back to clean it up. Mantis. Take it all the way back. Under a minute to go. 40 seconds to go in the overtime. Back to Mantis. Knocked off his stick. Del Zotto with it. Taskus. He's in over the blue line. Keeps going. Taskus holding it. Can't shoot it. Mentis knocked off his stick and then is poked. It'll get out over center. Brought in by Davidson. Mentis has it to Taskus. That's onside. Long shot. Wide. Davison on the far board. Sharp angle. That missed. Buzzer goes. We're going to go to a shootout. Again, a 2-minute intermission as we get ready for this. 5 shooters. Toronto, let's see, just in conversation if they're ready to go. Looks like coming out, first shooter for Toronto, Jonathan Pelliccio. All right, here we go. First shooter up for Toronto, Pelliccio against Schatz. Pelliccio coming wide. Stick handles, scores. Oh, quick hands. Jonathan Pelliccio, 1 for Toronto. Josh Laframboise, first shooter for Saskatchewan. Normally a shooter. See what he does. Again, he'll go wide, cuts into the middle. Stopped. Toronto up 1-0 in the shootout after 1 shooter each. It'll be Mentis. Mentis. To the outside of the net, unable to score. Saskatchewan's second shooter, Christian Magnus. Here's Magnus. Come in with a little speed, different than the other one. Shoots, scores! So the shootout is tied up. One goal each. Simon Taskus up next for the Toronto Titans. Taskus will take his time. Starts to make his move. Backhand. Schatz stayed right with him. Caught that. J.P. Mocan, next shooter. Mocan, take it out to the right. Lost the handle, never really did get a shot away. Stick handled himself right into the goaltender. So we remain tied after 3 shooters, 1 goal each. Paul Duarte will go next for Toronto. And there you see Mocan just ran out of real estate. Worked. Backhand scores. Toronto up 2-1. Holden Knights up next for Saskatchewan. Knights. Stopped. So now a goal by Toronto ends this. There's Knights. Trying to go block their side. Maybe put it wide. Harry Camara. Chance to be the hero for Toronto if he can score. Put them into the semifinals. Camara lost it. Similar to Moken, did not get a shot. Now Saskatchewan has to score. Monahan must score to keep this going. One goal he got was when Magnus came in with speed and just shot it past the goaltender. Everybody else has tried to stick handle. Monahan scores! And we continue. Got him to open up that 5-hole. Sims Plania. So we go out to extra shooters. That stopped. So now Saskatchewan can win it with a goal. Josh Anderson. Whoop. False start. Toronto player was out on the floor. He's got to be on the bench. All right, here's Anderson. Chance to win it for Saskatchewan. Anderson shoots, scores! Saskatchewan move on to the semifinals. They needed a stop and then a goal to keep it going. They got exactly that. And then got the goal in the extra shooters. Josh Anderson, the hero for the Saskatchewan Buffalo. Now we have the 4 teams. Here it is. Quick shot over the pad under the glove of the goaltender. So it's going to be Brampton, Edmonton, Valley Stars from BC, and the Saskatchewan Buffalo. 4 teams in the men's A semifinal. We'll get the matchups shortly when they figure out who's supposed to be playing who. Up next, we go on to the men's Masters. New Brunswick Mooseheads to take on the Toronto Titans. This will be a semifinal. We are done with quarterfinals. Straight to the semis now. That game will come up as soon as they can get things ready. We're going to take a break and be back with that semifinal game very shortly. You're watching the 2024 Canadian Ball Hockey Association National Championships. We're in Winnipeg, Manitoba. Back shortly, everyone.